Hi, my name is Paul. On this video, I'm going to show you the right way to learn no code. For the past couple of years, I have been teaching founders how to build mobile applications and web applications, launch their dream using no code. And I've also been building the same for founders too. Some founders don't really have the time to do it themselves, or they prefer us to do it for them. And so we just go ahead to build these mobile applications for them. And I think, going through all this journey, I've pretty figured out how to build mobile applications, learn it very, very fast with no code. So if you use no-code tools like FLUTTERFLOW, use no-code tool like Bubble, use tools like Adalo, you would basically see that they follow the same conventions. So that really means that if you can learn how to use one, it is very easy for you to pick up the other one. I'm not saying you should go all the way and start learning all the no-code tools in the world. Why? Because it's going to take you a lot of time. But what I'm saying is that when you figure that there's a no-code tool that will enable you to build something else, I think it's a good thing for you to learn. So within this 10 minutes, I want to show you how to learn your next no-code tool without really, drowning yourself in tutorials. There are tons of tutorials on YouTube, right? I really don't want you to drown yourself on tutorial. That's the reason why I'm showing you this. So first thing first, you have to understand the component of every no-code tool. Every no-code tool has a database. Just like you would see here on Adalo, you will figure that Adalo has a database, Same thing you will figure out on Bubble. Bubble has a database. This is what you would see. So it's the same thing that you will figure out on FLUTTERFLOW. This is FLUTTERFLOW. You would see that FLUTTERFLOW also have a database. So you have to see it this way. Database is one thing that is common among every application, because without database, you won't be able to store anything in your application. Even though all these mobile development platform, they use different database types, but you would know that, hey, one thing that I have to learn if I want to build with no code is to learn how to use database. So once you figure it out that, hey, I need to learn how to use database, that means 70% of your problem is actually solved, because a good database means you're going to have a very good and scalable application. Then the next thing you would see that is very common is design. Every one of these no-code tools have design. They have a way that you can drag things on the screen and drop it. For example, this is a page builder that I'm currently working on. It's a design. It uses different types of design. You could basically see, so I'm still working on it. So it's a page builder. You can see some lorem ipsum text all over the place, but you would basically see that each of these no-code tools have a way that you can drag things and drop it into the screen. If you go all the way to FLUTTERFLOW, you would see that FLUTTERFLOW has design components. You can see they all have design components that you can use to drag and drop things into the screen. Same thing. If you go to Adalo, you would see Adalo also have design components that you can pick from the list of components and drag it all the way into the screen. So you have to understand how this component works, how to bring them into the screen, and what exactly you want to do. The goal here is not to use all the components, but to use the components that are necessary. The more components you use in your application, the more heavy your app is going to be. So the sweet spot is to figure out the components you need and use only those components. Avoid using too many wrappers in your application. Avoid using too many columns and containers in your application. Avoid using repeating group that display large amount of data. Why? You're using too many database space. These are some things to look at when you're building. And then we come back to the last thing that you have to know. And that is called actions. You really have to understand actions. For example, if a user click on this screen, something needs to happen. You can see on Adalo, you would hear add an action, right? When a user click on the screen, something needs to happen. A user needs to go from one screen to another one, right? You will see on Adalo, it will say create, update, delete, create notification. If we go to Bubble, you would basically see that Bubble does the same thing. If I click on this container, Bubble will say add a workflow. That's what Bubble call action. Bubble call every action on their platform a workflow. So you just keep on adding workflow. Workflow means if this particular thing is clicked, what do you want to happen? What do you want to do if this particular component is clicked, if this particular test is clicked, if this particular button is clicked? That's it. Then if we go all the way to FLUTTERFLOW, you would see that FLUTTERFLOW also call it action. They call it action flow editor. So you click on it and you'll be like, hey, what do you want to happen? When you click on the plus sign, something needs to happen. Are you starting to see how easy it is for you to learn how to build with no code? You're starting to see how easy it is, right? That's the point. You have to understand first database, which is very important. Then secondly, you have to understand layout and design. And lastly, you have to understand actions. Once you understand these three things, you're on your way to building your first application. You see, right? You see, it's not as difficult as you think it is. You just need to understand these three things on any of the platform that you choose. It could be Bubble, it could be FLUTTERFLOW, it could be Adalo, it could be Software, any application building platform you decide to choose. Once you understand these three things, you will be able to build your mobile application as fast as possible. That's the way to learn how to build mobile applications the right way using no code. So if you really got value in this, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, share, so that other persons can see the value that you're really enjoying. So also, if you're looking forward to learning tools like FLUTTERFLOW or Adalo, you can click on the link below on the screen. I have a course that's going to show you how to learn FLUTTERFLOW the right way, and how to learn Bubble the right way, and how to learn Adalo the right way. You're interested in learning? Click on it below, and it'll take you to that resource, and you'll be able to learn all these tools and start building for yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button, and I'll see you on another video where I'm going to explain things about no code. Thank you.